Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with my lesson, I would like to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there and a 1/3 remnant, okay? All right, I'm the Akiyah Matazah. Hey, another flowing in the spirit, but, really in transit, a plantation. But, this thing must go on. The show must go on, as they say. Okay? And I ran into this video right here. I'm just going to let it play. It's going into, this is Terrence Howard going into the benefits of grounding. Jake, don't understand that when we wear shoes, that cuts you off, from being at one with the Lord, But I got a free precepts, that's gonna back me up, and because ultimately the ground is defiled, But that's why I say, but when you ultimately know that the Lord is truly over it all, you still can find healing within, and this video that I just seen this morning, this rising, it just hit home, and I'm gonna let it play because Jake need to take their shoes off. This be the problem, you know what I'm saying, to where, Jake got so much, negative charges inside their body, and they just jumping, and they don't understand, like, man, they need to put their feet on the ground so they can release that. In the earth, when you put your feet on the ground, hey, you connected to Yahweh by Shema Shah creation, and you able to truly heal, you able to truly get, rest, you able to truly feel Yahweh by Shema Shah way more, But I'm gonna let this video rock. Let me find it. Which one? Here go, right here.
Rubber soles on our shoes. And so that disconnects us from the earth because it's an insulator, and we're electrical beings. Rubber soles on our shoes. And so that disconnects us from the earth because it's an insulator, and we're electrical beings. So you end up with all this negative discharge that's sitting in you, waiting to ground yourself. So when you're putting your hands into the ground, it discharges and revitalizes you. So I started doing that just to find my peace, just to stay grounded, just to get reconnected to the source of where we come from. And remember that the dirt, the gravel, all of these things came from the Creator.
Right.
So they, the same way we did, so they are the Creator. They are as sacred as we are. So I'm really spending the day with the Creator. And then when the plants, it's hot here, and they don't get the sun, they don't get the rain that they need. So I know they're praying to the Creator in hopes that they get rain. So when I go out there and I'm watering, and I take my children out there and they're watering, I'm like, you are now the hand of God. You just answered the prayers of all of these plants. And my hope is that if me or my children are in a place where they need help, some greater being will come and do that. So
I love that.
The problem with
But hey, you see where what he was saying. That's the problem. Everybody, like, that's why they got all these Jordans, all these Nikes, the Kobe's, the Kyries, the Kevin Durant's, the Charles Barkley, the Scottie Pippens. Like, they know, Esau know that we need to put our feet on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. That's why I played that clip, because hey, me and my family, we take our time, whenever we, feel disoriented, because this system, like one of the brothers, what I'm saying, at the church, at the camp, that said, recently that Esau got us on this hamster wheel, you know, and it's work, go home, work, go home, work, go home, work, go home, like constantly building his kingdom, you know. But that's, you know, I'm gonna get into the benefits of grounding. Okay, but first I want to pull out this scripture. This is Isaiah 24, and I'm gonna start at verse 3. It said, Isaiah 24:3, the land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh have spoken this word. Okay, it says verse 4, the earth mourning and faded away, the world languished and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. And I'm gonna get that word language right quick. Hold up. Because, hey, it's going into the Hebrew Strong's
H535. Amal. Gesenius Lexicon. Amal. Or Amael.
Okay, it says to be, outline of biblical usage, it say to be weak, to droop, to languish, to be exhausted. Okay, and that's what in the scripture it said, the earth mourning and faded away, the world languished. So the earth is mourning, you know what I'm saying, because Esau is doing things to corrupt. You know, he not trying to help Yahweh Shemel Shai. He's trying to go against Yahweh Shemel Shai's will. And that's why this scripture is going into, I'm going to read it in NLT. Verse 3, I'm going to start back at 3. It said, the earth will be completely empty and looted, the Lord has spoken. The earth mourns and dries up, the crops wasted away and wither. And that's what's going on today, still to this day. Like, people can't grow food like they used to grow. You know, like the ground is stripped of its minerals because of what Esau puts up inside the ground. You know, he messed with the weather, he messed with the agriculture, he cutting all the trees down, so that's messing with our oxygen. You know, so like I say, but ultimately, like the Lord, he can't do away with the Lord. Okay, and that, like they say, that word language going back into weak or suffer, and the earth is suffering right now. Okay, so the earth is waiting on Yahweh Shemel Shai. We wait on Yahweh Shemel Shai. The animals, you know, because he got the animals, you know, I know I'm kind of, you know, flowing, but like he got the animals on the inside the zoo in the cage, like they ready to get up out of it. They waiting on Yahweh Shai. They getting all types of shots and stuff, you know. They can't even put their feet on the ground. They got to be up in a cage. And ultimately, that's what Esau, you know, trying to do with us, you know, human beings. Okay. Verse 5, it said, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Okay. Now that's going back into what I was saying, how the earth is defiled ultimately, but hey, you can't do away with the Lord, because like the Lord say in Deuteronomy, let me go get it. I love this one. Because, hey, if you go put your feet on the ground, guess what? You're going to feel the Lord, you know, ultimately, because who created the ground? Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay? You're going to feel those benefits. Okay? And I'm finna get into these benefits out of this. It says, Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver at my hand. So you see the scripture, hey, it speaks for itself. Okay, so in that video, Terrence Howard was going into, hey, like when we constantly wearing shoes all day, because we got to go to work for 8 to 10 to 12, sometimes 14, 15, whatever, you know. But when you working and you got these rubber soles, you know, on your feet, like how is you able to be, you know, connected to the Lord's source of energy? Like when you put your feet on the ground, hey, you release the ground. The earth is here to help. You know, that's Yahweh Shema Shai. He's here to help. He's not here to destroy you. Yeah, if you contrary to his word, then that's when, you know, you gotta feel that judgment. And you know, I just know Israel don't talk about this as much. You know, and that's the thing, like, you know, we should be enhancing and healing. You know, we ultimately have to wait on Yahweh Shai to come back and with the true healing, but we can practice, like they said, we're gonna practice the righteous acts, and this is what we used to do as a people. Like before Esau made all these shoes, we had our feet on the ground, connecting to the source, getting all the energy. And let's go look this up. I already got it. Benefits of grounding. If I can get it up. Let's get it. Moving a little slow. Oh, come on, Esau. Yeah, see, look. When that truth coming out, you see how my phone want to move a little slow? I got all bars. But, and it say 5G over here. Like, look, it don't even want to let me pull it up. You see that? Okay? But the benefits of grounding, what it does, it reduces. Here it go, right here. It says grounding, AI overview. It says grounding or earthing involves connecting with earth, natural, electric charge, potentially offering benefits like reduced inflammation. That's why Jake got a headache. You know, what they gonna do? They gonna take an aspirin or Advil. No, you go put your feet on the ground. It's gonna take that, it's gonna remove that. You know? Okay, and like I say, you gotta put your feet on the ground when you got a headache. You know what I'm saying? When you got, you know, when your leg hurting, cause that's just, you know, your body just ain't got enough oxygen in that area. You know what I'm saying? That's how they work. And what does it say? It say improve sleep. You know, Jake be staying up, you know, going to sleep, you know, all different types of times throughout the day, you know. And because when you put your feet on the ground, it brings oxygen into that body. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? We need oxygen. Because if your oxygen get cut off, then what? You don't have, you can't think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when somebody choke you or something, hey, you know what I'm saying? What? Your oxygen get cut off. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know. And what does it say? You got stress relief. Jake be stressed out around this jump. You know what I'm saying? Jake just, you know, that's why Jake, you know, be enhancing it in a lot of different, you know, pills. You know, thinking that Esau really trying to help him. Like, no. Like, nah, ain't no type of pill. Nah, you need Yahweh Shema Shai to knock this stress off. Okay? But, you know, as you can see the benefits, you know what I'm saying? You can read them for yourself. It was just something a little quick. You know, like I say, reduce inflammation, improve sleep, stress relief, improve blood flow. You know what I'm saying? Look at all them benefits of just connecting to the Lord. Okay? I got another precept. Going into Psalms 24 at the top. It says, the King of Glory enters Zion. Psalms 24:1. It said, the earth is the Lord's, Yahweh B'Shem Shai, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. So that's what I'm saying. When you put your feet on the ground, hey, you tapping into your Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But look, Jake wanted to go get the new J's. Jake wants the new Nikes, the new Dunks. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck all of that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we need to just be going put our. If you got some shoes, you blessed with some shoes, man. You need to be, you know what I'm saying, taking your shoes off and going put your feet on the ground at least 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours. The longer, the better. Okay? And that's the thing, like, you know, like, I know, I experienced these. The only reason why I'm speaking about this because I experienced these benefits. I do it, like, normally. Like, if not daily, every other day. You know, my feet got to touch that ground. I can tell when my feet ain't touched that ground because, like Terrence Howard said, when your body got all them negative charges inside of you, you know what I'm saying, you just jumpy. Like you just, you know, your body want to release it, but it can't release it. That's why they got, look, we got our own souls on the bottom of our feet. But guess what? You know, we want to go they make us put socks on. Then we put shoes on. Like really cutting your soul off to be able to be connected to your Yahweh Bashim Yahushai creation. You know, look at all them benefits I just read. Man, we need them benefits daily. You know, probably go put my feet on the ground, you know, later on or something, you know. And this is real, you know. Hey, and I'm just an experiencer. That's why I say, hey, we need people to experience so they can be able to talk about it and tell it. You know, but this is what Jake need though, ultimately. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is looking at everybody that's, you know, that's calling on his name. You know what I'm saying? That know this word. Hey, and you know, and ultimately need more healing, okay? And we ultimately have to wait on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai just to, you know, feel a little better, you know what I'm saying, in our daily walk. Because, man, this hamster wheel gonna get to your ass, man, you know? But that's why you stay focused in the word. You be around like-minded Akim, you know what I'm saying? You Akwaf, you be around like-minded sister, you know, hey. Because what the Lord said when what's that? Two or three gathered. If I can get it. It's about here. I get on Google sometime. What it say? When 2 or 3. Matthew 18 and what's that? Matthew 18 KJV. It say for when 2 or Matthew 18 and 20. I just get in the blue letter. Because, you know, when what the scripture say, when 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. Like, so that's what I'm saying, you know, like, you know, brothers, we gotta wake up, man. We gotta put our feet on the ground. We gotta get these benefits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dogs piss on the grass. Yeah, you know, you have people, you know what I'm saying, spraying synthetic chemicals. You just have to be aware of where you put your feet on the ground, you know, like I say. But ultimately, guess what? Hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is over all of that, stronger than any chemical. We eat chemicals all day, antibiotics all in the food, in the air. So, you know, putting your feet on the ground ain't gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it's gonna heal you if you come in that name. You know, and like I say, you know, we just gotta come back and get back in that zone with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai creation. You know, this is what's this? Isaiah and 65 and 17. New heavens and a new earth. Because ultimately that's what we waiting on. We're waiting on the new heavens and a new earth. Okay? That's when we truly gonna be here. Okay? But it's gonna speak. Let it speak. Isaiah 65 and 17 said, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create." Who created the earth, man? You know? The Lord said, I'm reading NLT. It said, "Be glad, rejoice forever in my creation. And look, I will create Jerusalem as a place of happiness. Her people will be a source of joy." Okay, this is speaking about the new heavens and the new earth. Okay, but look, how much more of it right now? You know, yeah, though it's defiled, but still, it's still healing. The Lord is still here healing Israel right now. You know, on all types of occasions. And that's all, you know, like I say, you know what I'm saying? You got a big tree in your yard, man, those roots are connected to Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's how we're supposed to be up in this truth, in this knowledge, and this wisdom and understanding. We got to get our roots inside the ground. Okay? Verse 19. And it says, "I will rejoice over Jerusalem and delight in my people, and the sound of weeping and crying will be heard in it no more." Okay? Because, you know, ultimately, yeah, like the ground is defiled. Ain't no minerals up in there. Food barely can grow. But guess what? Everything's green right now. How is all these little dandelions and curly yellow dog popping up? You know, these little medicines of the earth. They just popping up out the ground. The ground's still jumping. That's Yahweh Shem Shai. You know? So how much more of us putting our feet up on the ground and receiving these benefits of reduced inflammation, improved sleep, reduced stress and pain, and improved blood flow? Man, you can't get none of that from Esau. But we can get this from just simply taking our shoes off, which take 2 to 3, 4 seconds, and your socks, and just sitting on the ground and just being connected to the source of it all. Okay? And I'm going to end it off with this right here. This is Revelation 11 and going into 18 because, judgment coming to the ones that messing with the earth, man. That cause her to mourn. Okay? It says, Revelation 11 and 18, it says, "The nations were filled." Now I'm reading in KJV. It said, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants and the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth." Okay, so we see what's coming to, you know, Esau, Edom, and to the ones that, you know, that fear the Lord's name. So you're showing you it's about their name, because ultimately, you need that name to actually heal. You know, I don't know if Terrence Howard truly know their name, but like I say, yeah, they probably do, but who knows? But like I say, you need that name. And Esau, he gonna get it because, he destroyed the earth. You know, cutting all the trees, so he don't want you to breathe. And you know, putting things in the earth to where, you know, you can't truly feel Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, benefits in your food, because that's why your food tastes plain. He took in all the copper, all the magnesium. He just stripping the earth. He just going in there trying to get all the precious jewels for himself, not knowing that he finna have to give it back. You know, all of it's coming back to Israel. Okay? And this is verse, what's it? I'm gonna read it in 18. And this is the point. That was the point. It says, The nations were filled with wrath, but now the time of your wrath has come. It is time to judge the dead and reward your servants, the prophets, as well as your holy people and all who fear your name, from the least to the greatest. It is time to destroy all who had caused destruction on the earth. And Esau Edom caused a lot of destruction, with the earth. But, that was the key point. And I'm going to look this up. Watch this. I looked up. The shoes stop you from being one. Look at this, Israel. The phrase shoes stop you from being one is a play on words suggesting that wearing shoes prevent you from being one with the earth or nature, or that they separate you from a certain state of being. Come on now. It says shoes by their nature are a barrier between your feet and the ground. They protect your feet, but also prevent you from feeling the earth directly. And I want to feel the earth directly. Go, baby. And that's why I'm saying, like, who don't want to feel Yahweh Shem Haushai directly? Who don't want to talk to Yahweh Shem Haushai directly? Yeah, it's a scary thing. It's a terrible thing to fall in the hands of living power. But, hey, that's how Yahweh Shem Haushai give you more downloads, to be able to hear them cheat codes coming from the heavens, putting your feet on the ground. That's why Saul made all these shoes, and he done created a style and all that to where, Jake Mine get throwed off. Just, damn, the new shoes coming out. Like, who gives a fuck? Honestly, like, that's me, because, hey, as long as you got something to put on your feet, then that's cool. But ultimately, like, we need to be taking them shoes off and putting our feet on the ground, connected to Yahweh Shem Haushai creation. But, like I say, that's the point. Hey, y'all can go check them benefits out and go experience it, So I pray and hope that this lesson was edified through the Spirit to whoever needs to receive it. Akim, Akwa. Hey, so with that, I would like to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and love to the hopeful elect. And a 1/3 remnant, which consists of you men, women, and children, which are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the rest of the 12 tribes which come from Jacob. Okay? To the next time, Yahweh Radazah, hey, Shalom.